Yo, what is going on, boys? Today we're going to be talking about today's trade recap and obviously the main thing of not taking a trade and when to know to not take a trade. At least from what I know and from what I've learned. So, today was honestly the most perfect example of not taking a trade and why you shouldn't have taken a trade today. And I want to talk about the trade that I would have took today, why I didn't take it, and what ended up happening and why it ended up happening the way that it did. So first things first, start out with just you wake up in the morning, you see this giant gap. So we saw that price ended up coming back into this gap, ended up not necessarily filling it all the way, but price ended up coming into this gap. It rejected off of it. Based off that, I knew that we were going to be super bearish until we came into this 4 hour. Oh my god, my computer's like being laggy, but we had this 4 hour equilibrium right here. So I knew that price was at least going to come into that point, and then we're now filling this hourly order block down here. But anyways, regardless, let's get back to the point. That was my target zones. Obviously, that all got swept through. But keep that in mind, what I just said about the 4 hour and the order block, because when price enters that equilibrium, you're expecting for a rejection back up to the upside. That's exactly why I didn't want to trade today, because I had my biases going against each other. But regardless, let's talk about our entry. So we were expecting to be bearish. I wanted to be targeting this zone that we have right here. Obviously, price ended up coming down. I could have entered based off this. I didn't because I just didn't want a poor entry. I'm trying to get better. So regardless, we had this gap get filled. Price was on this move down. We had this 5 minute low right here. Based off this 5 minute low, actually, I'm just gonna erase everything really quickly and redraw it for you guys. Based on this 5 minute low, we knew that price was looking for a retracement now. After this candle was formed, we knew that price was looking for a retracement. So I was like, I'm going to set up an entry. This is where I'm going to get my entry point for today. This is how I entered on Monday. This is how I entered on Wednesday, I believe, as well, or Monday and Wednesday on my forecast. This is how I entered. And then we knew right at this 50% mark, look what's here. We have this 5 minute fair value gap as well. On that point, I ended up scaling down. But if you ended up scaling down, even on the 5 minute, it's still here. Oh my gosh, why is it so laggy today? We had this even before I was recording. My computer was lagging, bro. I probably should need to restart it. I deleted like a bunch of stuff on it, so I don't know. Right here. Oh, look at this, bro. This is cooked. Right here on this point right here, we had this fair value gap. Price ended up coming into that, respected it, continued down to the downside. I kind of wanted this fair value gap to get disrespected, us to come up, sweep this high, enter this fair value gap, fill equilibrium, and then get that move to the downside. That just has three more confluences than just entering based off the fair value gap itself. You filled the gap. Well, I guess this has. I guess that move has two confluences and this move up here has four. So I just wanted more confluences. You're gonna want to do that, or else you're gonna end up taking poorer trades, quality over quantity. Could have took that trade today if I really wanted to, but didn't end up playing out. Would have also been a way better entry, way better take profit too if I actually got this proper point. So regardless, now be like, Dan, why weren't you looking for more shorts? We're still super bearish. Why aren't you still looking for shorts right now? Look, I've had an opportunity to probably take a short, honestly. Well, honestly, no, there really hasn't been anything. We had another, I mean, if you wanted to set that up, if you wanted to see a retracement from that point that we never got. But if you pay attention here, since we've been in this price zone, price is starting to get a little bit indecisive. Based off that, I don't really want to trade. Um, Look how indecisive it is on the 3 minute. Take a look at the 1 minute. It's crazy. Price is indecisive a little bit now. We're entering the zone, and we're actually sweeping a low right now. So I'm expecting price to move up. I think now is going to be the start of the next leg up. But it also being Friday today, knowing that it's Friday, I don't really want to be entering my positions. I don't want to get possibly stuck holding one over the weekend or something like that. That's never gonna end up happening. Like, I don't trade like that, but yeah. So that's basically today. I mean, today is pretty simple. Look at the 15-minute. We have still yet to even get a low to form. We've been just going down. So at this point, I thought that we were going to get a low to get formed right here. That would have been perfect, and then that retracement, but it's whatever. We're going to get opportunities next week. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit more about not trading and when not to trade. All right, I'm just gonna make my face cam a little bit bigger for this part, but I want to just have a conversation with you guys about not trading and knowing not to trade, because this honestly was my biggest problem. So my second month of trading, I was low key spamming trades. That was like the biggest difference. I never really paid attention to quality over quantity. I was taking a lot of entries that I feel like weren't the best. I was entering off based off one or two confluences. A lot of the times now, well, check this out. Now, I mean, if you decide to enter for a long, well, you can't see it because my face cam's blocking it. I completely forgot it. But if you were to enter a long, like right now, you would be you got equilibrium on your side, you got liquidity on your side, and then you're also got a 4 hour fair value gap on your side. That's more than enough confluences, but obviously you want to see a break of structure on a smaller time frame. That is one way you could trade. The way I've been doing it recently is I've been paying attention to my biases. If my bias is short on everything or bearish on everything, I will look for a retracement to the upside that gets somewhere halfway up, like that big. We were going to have some type of move down, and I'm going to be looking for a retracement. And now that's kind of what I want to see next week. I don't really know what's going to be happening over this next week. We could just end up. Obviously, we're going to have some type of retracement. We're going to be favoring longs a little bit. I guarantee we're going to break up to the upside pretty soon on like the hourly or the 4 hour. Right now on the daily, we're still going to be bearish. Even in, like over probably the next week, we're going to be pretty bearish on the daily the entire time. So obviously, bearish moves are probably going to be a little bit more favored. But at the same time, on the weekly, if you pay attention to it, we're also bullish. So we have a couple of confluences going against each other. And that's not necessarily a bad thing when you got like the weekly and the daily going against each other. It could just mean that something's retracing. Like right now we're in a weekly retracement. And then the daily is obviously bearish, but the weekly is bullish. We're just retracing on the weekly. But for example, if like the hourly is bullish, the 4 hour is bearish, and then the daily is bullish, you don't want to trade those days. And that is something that's like something, not really what happened today. We're pretty bearish on everything. It just, I feel like we're going to get a turnaround. Market's already starting to show signs of indecisiveness. So I just want to stay away. I want to see what happens. I want to play the cards right. Remember, you want to trade based off what you see, not what you think. I don't want to be trading based off, I think that price is going to go up. Who knows that price is going to go up, bro? The market makers are going to do whatever it wants, bro. I'm not going to. I think that price is going to be going up over the next like Monday through Wednesday. Is that actually going to happen? Who knows? I'm not entering based off what I think. I'm going to enter based off what I see. What I see right now is that we're entering an indecisive zone where it could continue going down, or it wants to make the big next leg up, or it could just make a retracement. Anyways, that's all I would be looking for anyways right now. But I hope that understands. Pretty simple day today. We were only on the charge for like honestly an hour and a half, 2 hours. So other than that though, I'll see you boys in the next week. I hope you guys all enjoy your weekend. Stay safe, stay smooth. It's your boy Dan Tactics. If you're new here, hit that sub button. See ya, boys.